So I'll go to decode SE11. So we have learned how to create tables. We have learned how to create a data type or data elements. We have learned how to create a domain. Okay. So today we'll be creating a structure. Okay. Structure also, I think we have already done yesterday. Okay. We'll be creating table type and views. And if time permits, we'll be creating type group and search help as well. So first I'll start with view. Okay. What views are? Just give me a moment, please. I don't know what is happening here. Okay. So what is view actually? View is nothing but it's a replica of I'll say it's a replica of tables. Okay, it does not hold any value data or it what we can do is we can combine one or many tables and we can create kind of view so which we can use in our programs. Okay, and how it works is, let's suppose we have some tables. Okay, let's suppose we have two tables in our system. I'll say Mara or Marcy. And if you want to write query in programs, what you'll write, either you'll write inner join with these two tables, or you will be writing for all entries, like first fetch the data from Mara table and then pass the same data to Marcy table to get the other tables. What else we can do here is we can create a single view. Okay, and we can take the fields from Mara table, we can take the fields from Marcy table, we can combine and create a single view. And while writing the program, we can directly use that view and store the data in one table format. So we'll see one by one. And total we have four types of view available in system. So I'll just tell you what kind of view we have available. So I'll just go to the screen. I'll say jet create view. And if I'll click on the create button, we can see which all views are available. So we have total four kind of view available in SAP. One is database view, another one is project view, third one is maintenance view, and the last one is help view. Okay. So mostly when we use help view, maintenance view, and database view, projection view also being used in many projects. So that depends on the requirement if of the business, whether they want to use this view or not. So I'll tell you in detail what are these views are called. Okay. So we'll go first with the database view. So what database view is? Okay. So database view we create with one or many transparent tables. Okay. So what we do is we join the fields of one table and with the another field, another tables field. Okay. And it is a combination of inner join itself. So we don't have to write a inner join query in the system. In the program, we don't have to write it. And if we create a database view, and then in the on the single database means a single table, then we can read, insert, delete, and change the data with the help of view also. Like we can modify the table, we can append the data in the table, we can delete the content from the table while reading it. So we'll be doing these operations once we are performing the program thing. Okay. So how we can create this database view is, so we'll I'll just click on this database view, or better I'll give one proper naming thing, jet view I'll say, and then I'll say database. And I'll click on the create button. Here we can select the database view option, click on OK. So here we can give the short description. So I'll give like database view for Mara and Marcy table. Here we can mention the table fields. Okay. Tables I can say Mara and I can say Marcy. And we can click on this view field and we can click on this table field. So if I want to select this table, I can choose which all field I want to mention. So I'll click on maintainer number. I'll create the created date, created name, and I'll take some mtart, and I'll take uh, okay, these many fields will take it from here, and then again we'll take the other table fields. So now we have already taken the maintainer thing, so no need to repeat that. Okay, we can take the plant from here, and any other field we can take from this table is mmst. I'll take it and we'll just copy it. So these, that's how we can create the database view. This is a Mara table, this is Marcy table. Okay, and we can tell what's the joining condition here. Okay, like how this Mara and Marcy are linked and how we can use it in our program. So are we clear till here, like how to select the fields, how to do this?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Then now what we can do is we can give the condition here. So I'll say Mara, not here. I'll give the select conditions. Just give me a moment, guys. I think someone is pinging me to join the session. Okay, so we have given the database view name. We have given the short description, like why we are creating this database view. So we have said that we are creating this view for Mara and Marcy join. Okay, and then we have think here what's the join condition, like how we are going to join this, or what are the condition these two tables can fetch the data. So if we see in the Mara table, if I'll go, okay, so here maintainer is the key, okay, which can be used for our query purpose. And if you go to Marcy table, if you go to Marcy table, here also we have maintainer as a key. So these two fields can be used for our joining condition. But along with that, we'll be giving mandate, because it has to tell the table that which all fields, which client we are using this view for actually. So we'll give here as Mara. I'll say field name is mandate. Okay, and here Marcy equal to mandate. So what happens, it should not sync with like Mara's, we have this session, okay, what's a client number is 800. Okay, it should not match with the other client information of Marcy. So we saw in the first day I told you that we can have multiple clients, like client independent and client dependent table, right? So for that thing we have to give the mandate part as well in the joining condition. Here I can give Mara, and field name I'll give as a maintainer. Okay, and here in Marcy we have a field called maintainer. So these are the two fields which are common in these two tables, so which we will be giving here, and we'll just save it. Now we have already selected these fields which we have to give. Then selection criteria I will leave it for now. Okay, and then maintenance status. So here it says like it's a read only, or it can change the data as well. Okay, so if it is saying if you're taking the condition of multiple tables, we can only read the data, we cannot modify two data at the same time. If I would have taken this, created this database view for single table, it will allow me to change the data or insert, update the data as well. But as we have taken two tables, it will not allow to change the data. So it is already given like you can only read the database view with more than one table. And here we are saying data delivery and maintenance allowed. So we'll just save it, check if any text error is coming or not. Okay, so it is saying we allows read only, access only, maintenance not possible. Okay, so we'll just say no, maintenance not required. Okay, and save it, check again. Okay, the view ignore client dependency of the base tables, all fields are evaluated as key fields. Okay, one sec, we'll see this one also in the view fields. Okay, fine, it will work, let it come actually. So we'll just activate it. So that's how we can create our database view. Okay, and while I'm creating some program, right, so what I can do is we can maintain the data, I can just go to this program. Okay, and if I want to use this as a like database table, I can use this in the program as well. So this is what we have, its database view. Any doubt guys here? I can take the doubts here, because if people are not working on the views, it will be a bit difficult to understand.
Yes, Sumit, I have one question here.
Mir, right?
When you
Yeah.
yes, 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 Mir here. When you activate it, na, I think all the fields become key fields, right?
Yes, actually. So that should not be the case actually, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that I will see, but for now we'll just move on actually. Because
Okay.
see, even okay, just one thing. Okay, okay. So now we have changed that, and now we have mandate, Medner, and these two fields are from Marcy table. Okay, we'll just put a check, and there is no warning or no error. We'll just activate it. So this is what a database view is. We'll try to use these views when we are going to the program sections. Okay, first we'll just learn how to create these. Okay, now the second one is I'll say jet view and projection. So projection view is nothing but when we don't want to display all the fields of a table. Okay, so let's suppose I'm using a table called Mara. Okay, okay, I'll give this example. So I'll say projection view for Mara table. So we have sometimes have some finance tables. Okay, we have so many critical tables which have like sensitive data. Okay, so that time what the business says that we do not want this to be populated in whenever in the any report. Okay, in any system whenever we are using in any enhancement or anywhere. Okay, whenever we are writing a code or changing any code. So that time what we can do is we can create a view, okay, which will hold only the information which are required. Okay, so if I say from Mara I want only these two fields, okay, Medner, mandate, ERSAD, and rest are my sensitive or the field which a user does not want people to see. Okay, that time they will select only those fields which are required. And in projection view, we can only have one table at a time. In the database table, we can have multiple tables. We can join the tables and we can use it in our program. But in project table, we can only use one table at a time. Okay. Here in maintenance status, if you want read only or read and change, like if you want to write the data also, so then if you are going to write the data, then we should have all the key fields available in the view. Okay, if you are only going to read the data and show it in the reports or use it in some other programs input, okay, that time we can just use as a read only, and we'll say display maintenance allowed. So we'll just save it in the local object, check if any error or warning is coming. So it says we will read only occurs, maintenance not possible. Okay, so here if we give read and change, then only maintenance is allowed, otherwise it is not allowed. So we'll say okay, we do not require that now. We'll just save it, check, and activate. And this can also be used in the program. We'll be like I have recording, then I'll be uh, using it in the program, so I'll be keep storing it, so that when we are in program section, that time we'll do one by one all the examples for views. Okay, now coming to the third view, so which is jet view. I'll say maintain. So this is a maintenance view. So what maintenance view is, like directly it allows us to uh, insert, change, or update the data in the table. Okay, because see what happens, are programs which are running in the background, which are running in foreground, which are we are creating some screen like Mara screen. I'll say I'm creating some material, that time only the Mara table will be filled. Okay, rest of the time the users will not have any access, or the functional or any support people will not have any access to add, delete, or change the data. So for that, what SAP has given the feasibility, okay, you create one view, okay, here, and with that you can just do the modification of the data. So I'll say we'll create one maintenance view and we'll show you as well how we can do that. MANTIN maintenance view for custom table, shared table, Mara. I'll say, okay, we'll create a replica first. I'll just save it for now. Okay, we'll create a replica of Mara table because that is required to use it. So I'll just go to SC11. We'll go to database table, Mara. We'll copy it. I'll say Gmara. Save it. Okay, already exist. Table, save it, change. We'll go delivery maintenance is okay. Deliver allowed with restrictions. We'll go to technical settings. It is there. Buffering not allowed. Okay. And then the last part was enhancement. So enhancement should be allowed for that. Okay. Nobody can this one. We are giving it is coming in German because we have used the original language. So we'll just save it, check it, and activate it. Okay. Now, if you'll see this data, okay, table, and if you want to see the content here, you can take many fields possible. And if you'll see the data here, there is no data available. Okay. And how we will fill the data without any program and all. So if I'll go here, utilities and table contents, and then click on create entries. Okay. It will not, it will allow me to save these entries here. So, but for that, how we'll create a table maintenance generator. Okay. We'll go to view. We have already created the view maintain. I'll go to change mode. Okay. Okay. Create maintenance view. You can say maintenance view for Gmara table. Okay, we'll say Gmara here, and we can select the all the fields. So here we can go to view fields, table fields. Gmara is not active. Okay, why it is not active? Let me activate that once. Okay, I have activated the table now. The table name was Gmara table. You can go to fields. Okay, and we can select here the automatically the primary keys which are available in those that table that comes automatically. Okay, but if you want to use all the fields, we can click on all check button. If you want to maintain all the table data, or you can just choose, okay, I want to change only some values, then you can take the desired fields. Like I want only Meitner, and always be changing the plant for that. That's all. So that also you can do, and the username also you can select. So these many fields will come in the display mode. So if I'll copy this, so these many fields will be there while you're creating any entry in this table, or you're changing any entry in this table. Okay, so these are the view which we create, and selection criteria is not required. Maintenance status, I'll say read, change, delete, and insert. Here, see, earlier we did not have any option for change, delete, and insert. Right here we have multiple options that operations we can perform, and here it is asking for delivery class because it is directly linked with our database table. Right, so we will give the delivery class as yesterday we have given in the table, which is application table, and delivery is maintenance allowed. We'll just save it and check if any warning or error comes. We'll see that. So there is no error or warning. Okay, and then we'll just activate it. So that's how we can create a maintenance view. Maintenance view will also be created on the one of the only one table at a time. Okay, now we'll go to the next one. So that we call is as a help view, or F for help view. So this is mostly used in whenever we are up on field level. Like if I'm clicking here as I F4, right? So it is allowing me to open the pop-up, and if I click on some button, it is giving me, okay, these many options you can use, right? So I can double click on this, and this information is filled here. So the same is being done with the help of help view. So this will create when we are going to create the what we call the program section, when we are going to use this in the selection screen, right? So we'll be creating selection screen. That time the view help will be required, and that time we'll be creating the view help. Okay, now this we have covered here. Any doubt till now, guys? Anyone? We'll take one more object. Okay. Okay, so now our new next topic is table type. Okay, so what is table type here in S11? Okay, if I'll say Z, uh, table type, I'll just give normal name. But when we are working on the program, that time we'll be giving a proper naming convention. People say that it should be, even the business, or it's a best practice actually. We should follow the proper naming convention so that it's easy to find, it's easy to use in the program. Okay, so here we have one thing called table type. Okay, so what is table type actually? Table type is nothing but it's a form of structure. Okay, so what it holds is, it holds the field, which all fields we have. Okay, and which all fields we are going to use in the programs. And we, if you might have written the program, if I'll go here, okay, in any of the SC38 program, so I'll say Jed. Please let me know if my screen goes up so that you can ask me, okay, that the screen is not visible. Otherwise, I'll be get continue and then you might miss it. So Jed, test, submit, I'll say test, executable program, save it, local object. Okay, so what we do is mostly, okay, we just give as begin types, begin of ty, and then we gave some like Mara. Okay, we just want only some fields from the Mara table. So what we do is we just select those fields, like I'll say Matner, type Matner. Okay, we give mtart, type mtart. We give ersta, which is nothing but creation date, ERSTA. Okay, so we have taken these three fields from the Mara table. Okay, we want to use this table in the further program. So how will you create the table? So we'll be creating the table by saying data keyword. Okay, data is a keyword to declare any kind of table, variable, or any uh, a reusable thing in the system. Okay, it can be a local variable, it can be a global variable, it can be a data work area, or it can, then how will it will say it table. Now we have to say type table of. So what it says is, I want to create a type table of ty Mara. So in the ty Mara, what it holds is, it holds the structure of these three fields. Like this ty Mara holds total three fields which will be accessible for this table. So if I give a check here, it says no error found. Okay, because it now, if you'll read, if I'll just execute it somewhere here, okay, I'll just put a breakpoint and execute it and go to debug mode, because we cannot see without that here. So if I'll just click on this IT table, okay, so you won't be able to see the table, right? Just give me a second. Yeah. So here when I ran this program, okay, and it came to this IT table. So this IT table get assigned with three fields. One was Metnar, one was MTARD, one was ERSTA. So that's how it's a local declaration. Okay, but when we want to reuse, okay, when like we know that it will be used in many places, or we can reuse this thing, that time we create a global table type. So this is a table type as a local, okay, but we want to reuse in multiple programs, multiple enhancement or somewhere, then it is not an idea to good idea to create that program level. We can create it table level or global DDIC level, dictionary data level. So we can create S11. Okay. So if I give here the jet table type, okay, view, I will give, sorry, data type, jet table type. I'll click on the create button. We can go to the table type button and click OK. Okay. Here one thing is, I'll just show you. So table type for Mara table fields. Okay. And see here. So here we can see total three options are available with us. One is line type, the second one is predefined type, and the third one is reference type. Okay. First one is coming as a line type. So if you are going to create table type with the, I'll say, if you want to add multiple fields, or I'll say, like we created in the local, right? That we create Meitner, Memtat, or ERSTA. So likewise, we can give here, but the problem here is we have to give as structure format. Okay. First, we will have to create a structure. So I'll just say jet structure. Okay. And then Mara, then only we will be able to use it in our line type. So I'll just give local, then we have to take it as a structure. Okay. And here we'll have to give the Meitner. I'll say mtart. I'll say ERSTA. And I think this is the data elements are also the same. Then I'll just directly put here, and the types I'll give here. Save it. Okay. Structure for Mara fields. Save it. Local, and activate it. Okay, it came with a warning. Let's see what the warnings are. So it's saying enhancement is not there. So we'll just go to extras, give us enhancement, and set character like or numeric like. Save it and activate it. So now we have created a structure. So this can be used as a line type here. So this table type is a type of this structure. Okay, or it can be predefined type. Like if I want to give some variable. Okay, like sorry, one sec. So if I want to give some kind of variable here, like I want to give Medner, so we can give Medner also. Okay, Medner decimal number character data type. I'll say char. Okay, not a data field. I'll say char 15. So it will become as a variable. This can be used in multiple places. Same variable can be used. So this has like a handy uses when we are working on, I'll say, on smart forms, Adobe forms, on some kind of enhancement. Okay, so that time what happens, we just export or import that, like import the data from the tables and store it in some kind of structure, or like we want only some selected fields, right? But the same we have to access in the smart form, also in the Adobe form, also in the enhancement also. So that time we can actually refer to the table type, because this is also being used in the program. So the same can also be used in Adobe and smart forms. Okay, so that is one of the global use for table type. So we can give line type as, I'll just created one structure and just save it and execute it. So it's activated. Now it's activated means it is created as globally. Okay, I just copied it and I'll just go to SE38 again, change mode. So currently we have given this as this local thing. Now we'll be directly using with data. I'll say LT table to type. Okay, we'll just give type table of. Okay, and then we'll directly use ZPT table type. If I'll say any syntax error, there is no error. I'll say activate. Okay. I will give breakpoint as well, so that we are knowing that which all fields are available here. And I'll just execute it. I will have to reshare my screen because only one screen is allowed at a time. Yeah, so we can see this IT table which we have created earlier. Okay, so it was having three fields, Meitner, MTAT, and ERSTA, which we created locally. Okay, here in the system, in the program. But if you see here LT table 2, here it says there is no thing, only table line is available here. But if I just go to F7 and see inside that table, okay, one sec. One sec, guys. One thing actually here. So I gave as a table type table of, so that should not be the case because we have already given as a this as a table type, right, in the system, and it's not just a structure, it's a table type. So we don't have to give the table type keyword. We can directly use with type. Okay, it's just a saying. What it is saying is, I'll tell you. So let's suppose I'm going to create one table it underscore. I'll just comment this part for time being. I'll say data ILT table 2 type table of IT table. Okay, so now if you'll see here, okay, we have created one structure, or I'll say we have created one type locally. Okay, we have given a reference to this table. Say this table is type of this structure, and we created a table type here. And later on again we are saying, okay, I'm creating a new table which is a table type of this. So this is not possible, right? Because this is not a structure. So it can be a type of this, and if you want to create a type of this, then there is no required, because if you want to create the same structure kind of thing, then you can create the with IT table directly. You can assign like it should be the type of this, and all the properties of IT table will be replicated to IT2 table 2 as well. So that was the wrong thing I did actually. So here we will give the type as table type. So if I'll save it, it will just redirect me to this here, and this is our structure which holds a total 3 fields. Okay, if I'll just now save it and activate it, and if I execute, I'll have to reset the screen. Yeah, so if you'll see here, right